When Norway arrived at the World Cup, they didn't just bring Erling Haaland, Nordic charm, and calm. They brought food, a lot of it. Around 1,276 pounds of Norwegian food was shipped across the Atlantic. That is roughly the weight of 1,300 footballs. And almost instantly, people said they did it because they didn't trust American food. And honestly, it was easy to believe. Let's be honest, American food has a reputation abroad. For decades, people have compared American food with European food. They point to bigger portions, ultra-processed foods, artificial colors, additives, and different food regulations in Europe and America. A good example is American bread. Not all of it, but some breads can contain a chemical compound called potassium bromate. It's used to help dough rise higher and look softer and fluffier. In the US, it can be used in food, but in Europe, it's banned. This is because European animal studies found that it may cause cancer in humans, because apparently bread should rise, not raise concerns. Okay, I'll stop with the terrible bread jokes. So based on long-standing assumptions and comparisons, once word got out that a European football team had sent more than half a ton of food to the US, the internet immediately started speculating. But there was one problem. Was it actually true? Well, during a tournament, players are not just turning up, kicking a ball, and hoping for the best. They battle jet lag, non-stop training, and pressure. So at that point, even the smallest things matter. And at a World Cup, food is not just food. It is fuel. For athletes, constantly changing their diet can negatively affect their bodies by impacting their digestion, sleep, recovery, energy, and mood. So they flew in hundreds of pounds of their staples. This included Norwegian salmon, trout, and brown cheese. If, like me, you had absolutely no idea what the hell that is. Brown cheese, also known as brunost, is a traditional Norwegian cheese made by cooking whey with cow's milk, goat's milk, or sometimes both. And it actually does not taste like cheese at all. It actually tastes more like caramel. So, in summary, Norway didn't bring their own food because they thought Americans were trying to poison them with bread. For fans, trying local food is part of the adventure. For players, routine is part of the job. It's like when you go to a foreign country and despite being surrounded by incredible food, somehow you end up in McDonald's. Not because the local food is bad or inferior, but because sometimes you just want a Big Mac. Okay, comparing elite athlete nutrition to a Big Mac may not have been my strongest point. Anyway, the takeaway is, yes, Norway brought some of its own food, but the real story was not distrust. It was familiarity, fuel, and fresh Nordic foods and snacks. What comfort food from your culture would you bring with you anywhere in the world? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel.